Hi, I'm Mamdouh El-Chami, and today we're spending 5 minutes with Ted Farron. Hi, Ted.
Good morning.
So, you own a butcher shop, and a major story recently was the beef recall by XL Foods. Did that recall affect your business in any way?
It has really affected our business, but in a positive way. We've been with the Ontario Corn-Fed Beef Program now for over 10 years, and we advertise that we just buy local, so all our pork, lamb, veal, chicken, and beef all come locally. And being on the Ontario Corn-Fed Program and people knowing that, they're now shopping at my store. So it's really affected us in a very positive way. I don't like to be getting business that way, but people know they can buy with confidence from our store.
Now, as someone who's been a successful entrepreneur for the last 30 years, what is the most important lesson that you've learned?
Well, I learned to back up what you say. If you promise something to a customer, do it. Have your hours so they know what your hours are. Keep your store nice and clean. When I was a young boy and I started working at Loblaws, they taught me that your store isn't clean until it's clean from the sidewalk to the alley. And their motto was cleanliness is next to godliness. So what I've tried to do over these years is live up to those things. The store's sparkling clean, we're open on time, everybody has a big smile, and sell quality products.
And you're chair on the board of governors, at St. Clair College. What do you do?
Well, I lead the board. I chair the board. I bring different topics to the board to be discussed, and then we vote on them. It's an important position. I'm very honored to have that position. I'm enjoying it very, very much.
Okay. And you're very involved with the community. Can I ask why?
Because it's my hometown. I've raised 6 children here in this town. I love this town. It's been very, very good to me. When I see something that I think I can help with, I jump in and give my hand.
Okay. Now, looking back at all the committees and organizations that you've been a part of, what was your favorite experience and why?
I think my favorite one was bringing a medical school here to Windsor. In about 1999, Dwight Duncan got a hold of myself, Gary Parent from the union, and Dr. Alan Hyman from medical. And he put the 3 of us together to form a leadership for a committee to bring a medical school here. It took us 2 years to do it. I was chairman of the board of the Chamber of Commerce at the time, and they asked me to stay on a second year. And I was only one of 3 people in their 130-year history that was asked to stay on a second term. So I stayed on 2 years. Together, the 3 of us, we went to London, we went to Hamilton, we spoke in Hamilton to the George Committee. And at the time when we were working on the medical school, although Dwight Duncan put us together to get this, the Conservative government was in power, not the Liberals. Mm-hmm. So we had to do everything behind the scenes. So Dwight didn't get any glory out of it. It all had to be glory from the Conservatives. So we learned a little politics in doing this. When we traveled to Queen's Park, we went with the Conservatives there to do it. It took a lot of convincing on our part to bring a medical school here, but we finally did it. Tony Clement and I worked very, very closely. He was the Minister of Health for Ontario at the time. He didn't realize what a need we had in Windsor for a medical school. He didn't realize that 3 out of 4 families didn't have a doctor and couldn't find a doctor. He didn't realize that we are losing people coming here, especially professionals that wanted to settle here. Once they found out they couldn't get a doctor, they'd go somewhere else. He didn't realize that. Mike Harris didn't realize that. And once they did, it changed the whole tide on how they thought about Windsor having a medical school. And it was shortly after that that Tony Clement took me aside at the Caboto Club. I was the first one he told, and he said, "Ted, you're getting your medical school." And I said, when? I was so excited. And he said, "We don't know yet because we want to do it right, but it's coming, you're getting it." So I just embraced him, and I felt so good that it's almost like winning a big fight, we're the champions.
Yeah, that's great. And you were an early coach and supporter of Mary Spencer,
yes,
who recently went to the Olympics. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. Mary and I've been working with Mary now for 10 years. I'm an amateur boxing coach. I used to be vice president of the Windsor Amateur Boxing Club. Mary was just a natural talent. Mm-hmm. She came to our club with absolutely no experience, and she just liked the smell of the gym and wanted to get involved, and so she started. And Mary has just been amazing. She's had 8 Canadian titles, mm-hmm. 3 worldwide national titles. I was just with her at the Olympics, and unfortunately, she didn't do too well. But we all have our days, you know. And she's the day after she fought, she said to me, "I'm coming back in 4 years. I'm going to fight in Rio." So she'll be there. She'll fight again, and she'll win.
Looking forward to that. All right, my name is Mamdouh El-Chami, and today we've been spending 5 minutes with Ted Farron.